Hello guys, and welcome back to another class of our course about the complete introduction to marketing with Instagram. So in the past few classes we talked about many topics. So we talked about creating your Instagram account, we talked about different ways that you guys can promote your Instagram account, we talked about how basically you can create posts, how should be your posts when you create posts, and some other things that are pretty important and useful for your Instagram marketing. And what I want to do today is really talking about transforming your followers into consumers. And I want to also check out some accounts by the end of this course. So basically we're going to talk about some sport accounts and simply check them out and review them as well. So let's start. All right, so basically when you guys want to transform your followers into buyers or your followers into consumers, you need to have an account that is pretty much on point. So it all starts with the bio. So first thing, you want to start with basically the bio of your account. And when we're talking about the bio, basically you guys should know why the bio is used. So basically the bio is really useful. First of all, describe your business. So you need to have a bio that describes your business. Also, you can use it, for example, to write down a point or whatever you want to do. So when I'm talking about writing down a point, a good example would be, Adidas or Nike. When you go on their page, they have some slogans right there, so we can check them out right away. So pretty simple. We'll go here, and here we go. So for example, when we're looking at Adidas, what exactly we can find? So it's written right there. It's written, "True sport, we have the power to change lives." So it's something that is appealing. So by reading this, you are basically interested by the product and you want to check it out. So as you can see, this is a good example. And here you have the link to the store. So once again, this is something that is pretty cool. All right, so next, leaving a link to your website store. So this is exactly what we just saw. Leaving a link to your store or leaving a link to a certain product that is your, let's say, your featured product or your product of the week. Could be a good way for the people that are checking out your profile to click on the link and check out a little bit more, finding out your products and all this stuff. Also leaving links for people to write, call, as well as other things. So basically, we saw it on the mobile version. Let's say someone wants to call your business, someone wants to write down an email to your business. You can leave some links on your Instagram profile where people will be able to contact you directly. So you should use those buttons to allow your followers to contact you if they have any questions. And usually people who have questions are pretty interested by your product, and there is way more chances that they purchase a product than people that were just, for example, looking at your page. All right, second thing, you want to personalize your profile. So when I'm talking about personalizing your profile, you want to have personalized posts. And what I'm talking about personalized posts is really your own style. So we talked about it in the past few classes. So really having personalized posts mean having a post that is really your style. So if we check out, for example, once again, Adidas right now, because it's a brand that I like a lot, and basically I really love their Instagram. When we check their brand, as you can see, what we can find. We can find a lot of, in this case, we can find a lot of different interesting things. So as you can see, pictures, they have a lot of slogans and the interesting things. For example, this is a movement for our heroes. There is, for example, no racism, Black Lives Matters. And the way that the pictures are presented is always, is really, really, in my opinion, interesting. So this is one of the few Adidas pages. We can check out some other pages that they have. So here we go, Adidas Original. Here we go, we have another page. So it works pretty much the same way. So feel the Z sense. There is here we have the store. Here we have the way it's presented. So they show shoes. They have a certain style. So basically the way they present their product has a certain style. And it's pretty interesting the way it's presented. I like it a lot because it's really, really personalized, and it's a certain way for the brand to present their product. So this is exactly what you guys should do. So for example, if we're looking for a traveling page, it's going to be presented in a certain way. If we look for more vintage product, it's going to be presented in a certain way. So basically it's the same thing for you guys. So let's say we take out this product right here. So the way the description is written, it's not the same as Nike is writing down their description. So yes, they have the same template basically, but it's not the same way it's described. It's not the same way the product is presented. So here, for example, they have this type of product, they have this type of people who are presenting the product, and when you check out Nike, it's a little bit more different, the way it's presented, the style that it's presented. So this is why what will differentiate you from your competition, basically the way you present your product and the way that your account is presented. So really personalizing your profile for your ideal consumer. Finally, creating posts and ads for your specific audience. So basically it's really important for you guys to understand who exactly is your specific audience, and your ads should be around this specific audience. So basically what I said in the past point applies here as well. So you want to present your post for a specific audience, and when writing a description of your post, you want to adapt it to your specific audience. What does this mean? So let's say for example your audience is from 19 to 25. Once again, it's just an example. So the way you will present to them will not be the same way that you will present for people who are aged between 40 and 45. So basically you will use different pictures, you will use different models. So basically your models will be younger for the younger generation, because you want them to feel that they look like those younger models, because your audience is younger. So it's pretty normal that you will use a younger audience. Let's say for example you sell I don't know, kids toys. You will not show a 30 years old person playing with those toys. You will show a kid playing with those toys. So it goes the same way, for example, for clothing or any other thing that you guys want to promote. So really important, using posts that are targeted to your audience. So let's say your audience is from, I don't know, from Middle East, for example. You want to have a Middle Eastern model, or if you have a traveling, for example, well, a traveling agency, or you have a traveling, let's say an account that is focused on traveling, you can show, for example, Middle Eastern traveling places. Once again, this is just an example. If your consumers are from, I don't know, more Latin American, so basically you will show them products that are more appealing for this type of audience, and really adapt your pictures to this type of audience, so this audience feels that they will be more interested by that product. So yeah, basically 3 things that I said. First thing, work on your bio. So you want to have a bio that describes pretty well your account, and basically you can take example of things such as Adidas. In my opinion, there are a pretty good example. So they just have a phrase that they use to describe their business. What I'll suggest you is maybe adding a little bit more. So you want to, since you're a new account, you want to add a little bit more in your description so people get to know you a little bit more better. Always use a link. For your posts, you want to be sure to adapt them to your targeted audience, once again, and the way you will, and really keep them personalized. So if you want to have a more retro business or a more retro Instagram account, have it more retro. So basically don't try to copy no one or do the same thing as someone else. You really want to be personalized. And finally, all your posts or ads should be targeted to a certain audience. So first of all, you should know who is your targeted audience. And once you know them, you should understand what type of things they're like, what is their type of ads, and then you will be able to target them the right way. And this is exactly the way that you guys will be able to turn your not your consumers, but your followers into consumers, and you will see you will have a pretty much better return on investments if you invest on ads, and a pretty higher conversion rate from that specific population that you guys are targeting. If you really create ads that are specific for them. So that's it for us, guys, and see you all in our next class.